Okay, we're going to look at number 12 in section 5.2. It says use the figure to evaluate the definite integrals, integral of 0 to 4 of g of t, and the integral from 3 to 5 of g of t. And this is a replica of the graph they have there. I don't like that they don't have grid lines to kind of see everything, but the graph goes from, at 0 it's -1, at 1 it's 0, at 2 it's 1, and then at 3 it's equal to 2, so it's maybe hard to see. 4 we go back to 0, and at 5 we're at -2. Okay, so this point up here is the point 3 comma 2, and this point down here is the point 5 comma -2. Okay, so we're going to interpret the integrals in terms of areas. So if I go from 0 to 4, notice that the integral from 0 to 4, from 0 to 1, I'm going to just sort of shade this little triangle in right here. It's below the x-axis, right? So that's going to accumulate, remember, negative area. Okay, so from 0 to 1, we're going to account, the integral will account for this for negative area. And so I've started by doing, of course, this is a triangle. The base 1 and the height is 1, so I get -1/2 base times height. From continuing on, we're going all the way to 4. So from 1 to 4, I'll shade in this area here, right? We've got this triangle, which is above the x-axis. And so that will accumulate as positive area. And so notice this triangle has a base of 3 from 1 to 4. That distance is 3. And the height, as we said, it reaches up to 2. The height is 2. So the area of that is 1/2, base is 3, height is 2. And that's positive because it's above the x-axis. So evaluating this, I get -1/2. This becomes 3. -1/2 plus 3, or -1/2 plus 6/2 is 5/2. They did want the answers, I think, to be in fraction form. So 5/2 is 2.5, but they want it in that form. The second one is the integral from 3 to 5. So now we start at 3. So let me just sort of draw a line down here. We start at 3 and go up to 5. Well, if you look from 3 to 4, we have this triangle above the x-axis as a base of 1 and a height of 2. So we're going to account this area of that triangle as positive. 1/2, 1 times 2 is just 1. The area of this triangle is 1. But then from 4 to 5, we have this triangle here. Well, its base is 1 and its height is 2, but it's below the x-axis, right? So that's a negative area. So -1/2 base times height, which is -1. So again, this is 1. This is going to be 1 minus 1, which is 0, right? Both those areas are the same, but the fact that this one's below the x-axis, right, in the definite integral, it's going to accumulate as, quote unquote, negative area. Okay, so I hope this makes sense on this one. If not, let me know.